Hello, my name is Mary Magdalene. I'd like to say it's nice to see you, but I can't. I can say it's nice to see you, I just can't see you. Today I want to talk about Mary and Martha of Bethany and the wonderful story about them and its meaning. And it needs to be clarified. What I hear people taking from it and what I hear in sermons is not the full meaning. At least not the sermons that I've heard. That story told in what you call the Gospel of Luke in the canon, and I think it's the only place that it exists, talks about when we all came to Bethany and to Martha's house, and Mary lived there with her, as did Lazarus, her brother, their brother. And when we came in, Martha busied herself being a hostess and getting things, getting refreshments and so on for everyone as Jesus began to teach. But her sister Mary listened. And then she kept listening more. And even though Martha tried to get her a couple of times, get her attention and get her to come help, just like me and just like most of the others, Mary was enchanted, yes, by the teachings, but the teachings aren't all easy. She just knew she was hearing truth and something important, I think. So she just kept listening, even though Martha wanted her help. So Martha finally came to Jesus, upset, and said, please tell her to come help me so that I can get everyone fed. And the way it's written is almost like Jesus rebuked her, and he didn't really. What he said is she's made a good choice, the better choice. And then he invited Martha to sit down, and that's not included in the story, as I've heard it anyway. He invited Martha to sit too. And she did. And what happened that, again, isn't in the story is when he was done teaching, we all gathered together and we all did the work and did what was necessary to put refreshments out, get water from the well or wine, whatever was happening. And it was mainly figs. Anyway, doesn't matter what we served. But all of us did it, including Jesus. And my concern is that it's been taught as if it was possible for people to simply worship, and as if those who do worship are better than those who do the work. We do both. Jesus washed everybody's feet for a reason and said continually that his role, and therefore our role, was to serve each other. So he certainly didn't sit around while other people waited on him, and he wouldn't let any of the rest of us either. The other thing that's, left out is obviously not only that I'm there and other women are there as part of Jesus' followers, but that Jesus, the only one that's clearly there and listening, is Mary of Bethany. But that itself illustrates that Jesus did have women disciples, female disciples. And Mary of Bethany became one, and so did Martha. And Jesus was very close to them and Lazarus. So, as Jesus' brother James wrote in his letter that's in the canon, you show me your faith without works, and I will show you my faith by my works. It's not a question of either or. It's not a question of better than. We all do all we can in works. But when Jesus is teaching, when we are hearing Spirit, listen, stop and listen. And then Spirit often works through us in our work. There's many Buddhist teachers. One I'm afraid to try and pronounce his name, but I know that Mother Teresa talked about her faith working through her hands. That is what we are to do. That is how we make the world a better place, by helping each other. That is how we make earth as close as it can be to heaven, doing God's will by loving God and each other. That is the lesson. That's the whole lesson. Please embrace that and spread that to everyone you know with love. Peace.